Hello, everyone. Today you're going to be listening to me read a story to you. We're going to be thinking about a question. How do people make government work? If you remember, we've read this story and we learned a little bit about how a town elects a mayor and how you can become a voter. So as you listen to the story, I want you to think about what steps a citizen needs to take in order to become a voter. You'll get a chance later to write about it. I also think you might want to watch the George Washington video, which tells about writing the Constitution. So let me start by reading the story Vote by Eileen Christfellow. You can go back and reread it on pages 100. Suppose your town is about to choose a new mayor. How will you do it? Well, you'll vote. Voting is a way to choose. You can vote for favorite books, movies, candy bars, and even puppies. If someone wants to be elected mayor, she needs to convince as many people as possible to vote for her. Many people just don't vote. Why not? Well, many people think their vote is like a little drop of water in an enormous ocean. Their vote is only one out of many. But sometimes the winner of an election is decided by just a few votes. That's a pretty good reason to vote, isn't it? Who decided who could vote? Well, when the country began, the founding fathers wrote a constitution. It said, how would we govern ourselves? It said people should vote. But it didn't say who could vote. That was left to each state to decide. And that was a problem. Angry people protested. They wrote letters. They held rallies and made speeches. They marched, were arrested, and went on hunger strikes. Some were killed trying to claim their right to vote. But it took many years, 4 amendments to the Constitution, and several new laws before all citizens 18 years or older were allowed to vote. If you want to vote, the first thing you need to do is register. Where? At your town office. Or you can download a registration form from the internet. Or you might even find a booth set up at a shopping mall or at a political rally. Do you want to join a political party? You've probably heard of the Democratic Party and the Republicans, but you could join the Green Party, the Libertarians, the America First Party, or the Progressives, just to name a few. Or you could be independent and not join a party at all. Before you vote, you'll need to find out about the different candidates. How? Read the newspapers, watch TV, listen to the radio, or surf the internet. Do you agree with their ideas? You might have a chance to hear the candidate debate. You might even be able to ask questions. Before an election, everyone tries to guess who will win. Pollsters ask some of the voters whom they're planning to vote for. Then they estimate who will be the winner, but voters can change their minds. How can you help your candidate to win? You can volunteer to answer phones, call voters, address envelopes, or hand out flyers. Campaigns need lots of help, and they need lots of money to help, to pay for phones, computers, stamps, flyers, and bumper stickers. And most of all, ads and more ads. Where will they find the money? You might want to donate a few dollars to your favorite candidate's campaign. Or maybe you'll be invited to a fundraising dinner. Would you like to pay $250 for a fancy hamburger and a chance to meet the candidate? If you donate lots of money, maybe the candidate will listen to you more than other voters. Is that fair? Does that mean your vote will count more than other voters' votes? There's a lot of disagreement about this. By the last week of the campaign, everyone is tired. But the candidates make more speeches, they shake more hands, and they run more and more ads. Maybe, just maybe, they will convince another few voters to vote for them. Some of these ads can be very misleading, but finally, it's election day. Most voters are assigned a particular place to vote: a school, a library, a church basement, wherever there is space for voting booths. What if you're away on voting day? You can get an absentee ballot in advance. Some places let people vote by mail or on the internet. A few places set up voting machines early. But however you vote, you get just one vote. You can't go back and vote again. In most places, people use voting machines. Many cities and towns are replacing old machines with new electronic ones. But in very small towns, voters still mark paper ballots with a pencil. However you do it, you'll vote in a private booth so that no one can see how you vote. When the voting ends, the counting begins. Who will win? Stay close to your TV or radio to find out. Usually a few hours after the polls close, the winner is announced. But wait, what if the election is won by only a few votes? The candidate who lost can ask that the votes be counted again. Then it would take a few days or longer to carefully recount the ballots and find out who really won. At last, the election is decided. In the end, someone does win and someone does lose. You aren't happy? You wish the other candidate had won? Well, remember, the mayor works for everyone, even the people who didn't vote for her. She'll need to listen to all voters. After she is sworn in, the new mayor will have a few years to do her new job. She won't please all the people all the time, but if she does a good job, maybe the voters will elect her again. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to the story Vote. And now take some time to go and watch the George Washington video to learn about how the founding fathers wrote the plan for the country. And also maybe write the steps of how you can become a voter. Until next time, keep working hard.